Halloween is a night full of fun and frights, but it's so important to keep safety in mind. So joining us right now, Injury Prevention Coordinator Savannah Bernal. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you being here.
Well, thanks for having me.
Let's start things off with the costume, the all-important costume.
Yes.
Let's talk about safety. What are the top safety recommendations when it comes to the kids' costumes?
So we all want to dress for the festivities. We all want to have a great Halloween,
Right.
but we also want to make sure we're safe. So for those costumes for kids, you want to make sure that they could see you. So sometimes those masks aren't the best for that. So it's nice to opt in for toxic-free face paint. That's a great way to avoid, make sure that they can see. Also those longer costumes. Those longer costumes get stuck under their feet and they often trip, slips and falls.
Yeah.
So you really want to avoid those. Another great one is make sure that I know it's dark, it's Halloween, we want to be dark and spooky, but we really do want those cars to be able to see those kids.
Absolutely.
So make sure you are reflective, bright, wearing something glowing a little bit.
Absolutely. You want to be as visible as possible, as we talked about. When I was a kid, you know, when we used to get the candy, we had a rule in our house at least. So if you didn't recognize the candy or you didn't recognize the wrapper, let's just toss it out. So what are the safety guidelines when it comes to kids getting the treats and the candy this year?
Yeah, so tampering with candy, you know, the data shows that it actually doesn't happen very often, but it's a great practice to really go home and inspect those candies. I know my mom did. It's difficult when you want to snack on your way to the next house, but you really should go home and inspect those wrappers. Make sure they're not opened, no rips or tears, and that they don't feel like there's any foreign objects or anything, just to be safe.
Right, and you mentioned it is very rare, but it's still important practice for sure, no question about that. You touched upon this already when it comes to the kids' costumes, making it as visible as possible, but any more guidelines perhaps for the kids or even the parents or even for the drivers to stay safe?
Yes, so Halloween is one of those days that a kid is twice as likely to get hit by a car than any other day of the year. So as a driver, be aware, avoid those distractions, make sure you're looking on the streets for those kids because they are out there and they're excited.
Take it slow if you're a driver, for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Make sure you're paying attention. Especially kids want to go to the next house and get that candy. So sometimes they're passing in between cars or not passing at the crosswalk. So it's best for those drivers to be prepared to brake if they need to.
Absolutely. And lastly here, how do we make the home welcoming? I've seen a lot of people, go all out when it comes to these haunted houses and stuff, but you want some kids to feel welcome, at least to be at the home. What are some safety signs there too?
So one thing we like to tell kids is make sure that you're not walking up to houses with the lights that are off.
Right.
Make sure you're always safe, you're in a safe environment, and you feel secure where you're going. For those people who are scaring kids, make sure that you're just being cautious, enjoy your time, but make sure you're being safe.
Yeah, absolutely. Safety is the #1 thing out there, but have fun too.
Yes.
Sure. Savannah, thank you so much. We appreciate it. You can watch all of our interviews, by the way, on our website. Go to cbscolorado.com. We'll have more news coming up next. Stay tuned.